सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। शुकासारिखे पूर्णवैराग्यजाचे वसिष्ठा परिज्ञानयोगेश्वराचे कवी वाल्मिका सारिखा मान्य ऐसा नमस्कार माझा तया रामदासा गणाधीश जो ईश सर्वा गुणांचा मुळारंभ आरंभ तो निर्गुणाचा नमो शारदा मूळचत्वार वाचा गमो पंथ आनंत या राघवाचा जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ। Samarth Ramdas Swami says in verse 91, "O my mind, don't ever feel bored, dejected, irritated, angry in chanting God's name. Sometimes when same thing is told to be repeated again and again, we may feel, what is this? Why I have to do again and again? He says, don't feel like that. Why? Because that is how mind is going to be trained. That's the only way it can be trained. Therefore, nako vitamanu raghunayaka. Ati adare bolije ramavacha. You please with lot of love, respect, with lot of faith, and reverence, with all your heart, you chant God's name. Naveche mukhi sapade re phukacha. Naveche, you don't have to spend anything, and without doing that, you are going to attain Bhagwan. Kari ghoshatya janaki vallabhacha. Therefore, be proud and proudly, loudly chant God's name. Do not hesitate. That's what he is telling. He says, when you do like that, ati adare sarvahi nama ghoshe, when you chant Bhagwan's name with that love and respect, giri kandari jaize duri doshe, all your faults, all your negativities, all the blemishes, all the sins, all of them will fly away into the mountains. Hari tishtatu toshala nama ghoshe. And where this nama ghosha, nama sankirtana is happening, Bhagwan himself comes to stay there. Yatra mad bhaktaha gayanti tatra tisthami Narad. Bhagwan himself says that I stay there, right? And therefore, what? Visheshe hara manasi ramapisi. Haven't you seen what special kind of love Bhagwan Shivji has towards Sri Rama? Like that you should also have. You start chanting God's name, he will come and stay in your heart. Once he comes and stays in your heart, all the negativities, etc. automatically will go away. See, the world is very interesting that way. See, sometimes we ask this question, there are so many negative, bad company I have got, Vedji, and how to get rid of them, I don't know. Very simple things. You start doing good things, bad people will automatically go away. They won't stay with you. They are not getting anything. Bad company we have got because we discuss bad things. We start discussing good things, good company will come, bad company will go away. Today we are having satsang, therefore you all have gathered. Suppose I stop this satsang and open liquor bottle and sit here. Those type of people will come and stay here. You all will go away. It's not really about those people, what bad company, it depends on us. If I start to do good things, automatically bad people will go away. They will say, what, this is boring. Same way, negativities also and positivities in our heart, we can say, oh, there are so many negativities in my mind. That is because we are feeding them. We are feeding them. We are giving some content to those negativities, isn't it? And therefore, they are there. You stop feeding them, they will go away. Bring Bhagavan in your heart, all the negativities automatically will fly away. Right? That is what we should do. And he says, you see the logic also. Jagi pahata devaha annadata. It is the Lord who is nourishing and protecting the entire world. All the people. Not just people, all beings. Very beautiful. This concept is very beautiful. He says, our Puja Gurudev, in one of the lectures of Vivek Chudamani, he explains this concept very nicely. He says that every flower that blossoms, that opens up, has to get pollinated. So God has made such a nature that the moment flower opens up, some bee, somewhere, something will come and pollinate that flower. Gurudev says, and if in case flower is on the top of a mountain where other beings cannot reach, Narayana himself has to take form of the bee, go there and pollinate that flower. He has to tell Lakshmi, give me 2 minutes, I will just come. And he has to go become bee. And then Gurudev is Gurudev. He used to say, when that Vishnu Bhagavan is going, Lakshmi asks, where are you going? I am going to be. I am going to become bee and I am going to go there and pollinate. Why? It is Narayana's job, it is his world. See how prarabdha also works. I have got certain prarabdha that I will get slapped by somebody. Example I am giving. And somebody has prarabdha that they have to slap. Now both of us will meet. And that slap will happen. See how Bhagavan has made everything, all the laws and everything. Somebody has this prarabdha, somebody has opposite prarabdha, they have to meet. It is God's world. He is the one who is taking care of the entire world, protecting it. And the best thing about it is, through all the protection, through all the nourishment, He is giving all the jivas a chance to reach God. That's the best thing. They all will have their own path, their own speed, their own things. But everybody is walking the same path to God only. Maybe through different routes, but going towards same Bhagavan. That is how Bhagavan has made the whole system. So when such Lord, you know that He is the protector, nourisher of the entire world, taya lagali tattvata sara chinta. He is continuously worrying about the whole world. Why are you worried about the world? Tayache mukhi nama geta pukache. When you take name of that Lord who is the nourisher of the entire world, and taking name does not even cost anything. Mana sangapare tujhe kaya veche. Oh mind, please tell me, what is your problem? Why are you not taking? What is it that you have to spend to do this? That's what he says. What a beautiful thing. Sometimes you also will get irritated now while talking to mind. I am telling you so many things, still you are not doing. What is this? Samarth Ramdas says, you please tell, what is it that you have to do now? We were also seeing one abhanga, no? Avadine bhave harinama gaise. Tujhi chinta tyasi sarva hai. He is worrying about you. And we have seen in Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan says yoga kshemam vahamyam. Only thing we have to do is ananyas chintayanto mam. We have to do bhakti and He will take care of everything. Why are you worried? Nako kheda karu konatya goshticha. Pati lakshmicha janat ase. Don't keep on crying about I don't have this, I don't have that. He knows what you have, what you don't have and what you need. Everything he knows. सकळ जीवांचा करितो सांभाळ तुझं मोकळीला ऐसे नाही. When he is taking care of all jivas, do you think that he will leave you? No, he will take care of you also. Actually speaking, it is not that if we take God's name, then he will take care of us. That is not the logic. That's not what Ramdas Swami is telling. He is telling that he will anyways take care of everyone. The difference is if we take God's name, we will understand that whatever is happening is by his grace. See God's hands in everything that happens in your life. If we don't chant Bhagavan's name, if we are not devoted to him, then we will think that we are doing it, I am doing it, somebody else is doing it. But when we start seeing Bhagavan's hand, then we understand, he only doing. Isn't it? That is what we should be focused on. He continues, Tinhi loka jalu shake kopayeta. If Lord Shiva, Bhagavan Shankarji gets angry, he can burn all the three worlds. Nivala haruto mukhe nama kheta. But such a fierce Lord Shiva also becomes very calm and quiet while chanting God's name. Jape adare Parvati Vishwamata. Parvati is Vishwamata. Annapurne Ma. Sadapurne. Shankar Pranavallavi. She is the mother of the entire universe. But still she is chanting Sri Rama's name. Manoni, Mana, Techi he namata. He says, therefore we must chant Bhagavan's name. And then he gave some examples. Now not examples of Lord Shiva, etc. This also we have very, very easy way out. Anybody who does any great things, we start calling them incarnations. One way it is, to elevate them, but another way to say that, what can we do? Shankaracharya ji can do, why? Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Bhava eva bhava nitime nitaram. You bhava only, Shiva only came as Shankaracharya. Therefore he could do all these things in 32 years. Where are we going to do Vedji? But that is not a, exit out for that. What is the use of all scriptures? If scriptures are telling that you should be born great to become great, then what is the use of scriptures? In Indian culture, in Hindu religion, we say that there is a system to it. If you want to become great, there is a system. Anybody can become great. Then the system has importance, no? Take simple example, if you say, a cricketer, if you say, only a person who is born great cricketer can become great cricketer. If that is the criteria, then why are there, academies, etc., which are training? No need, na. If that person is born great, then will become great. If he is not born great, go home. Nothing can be done about you. But that's not how it works. Question is, how much of the talent that I am born with, I can reproduce, I can proficiently, efficiently bring it out. Can I grow from where I have born? So one way, we can just take a easy way out saying that Shankaracharya ji was avatar only. Gurudev also Shankara's avatar only. Like that we can put everybody as avatar and then you say, we can't do, they could do. Not like that. If they could do, why can't we? And we don't have to reach like what they did. We don't have to exactly follow the path. No? By the age of 32, I should finish everything and then it will be very difficult. Why? Then Jnaneshwar Maharaj, took Samadhi half of the age only. 16, 18 year only he took Samadhi. But the point is, why can't we also learn something and keep walking? Rather than calling them as incarnations, etc., and therefore they are doing, we cannot do. No, that is not true. They have set a benchmark for us to follow. We should not say that, okay, they could do because they were great, we can't do. No. We may not be able to do the way they have done, but we can do something. And that something will be always better than nothing. Let us do that. That's the whole point. So he gives examples of people who are absolutely other side of devotion. Ajamela papi. Ajamil was papi, he used to do wrong actions. Vade putra kame. And he did not even chant Bhagavan's name to call Bhagavan. His son's name was Narayana and he called Narayana, that his son he was calling. Putra kame, out of his attachment towards son. He said, Taya mukti Narayana cheni name. But even he got liberation just because he took that name. We always hear story of Ratnakara dacoit, how he became Valmiki Rishi. What a great inspirational story. They say Ratnakara dacoit was so, cruel that he used to kill people for fun. He was a dacoit, so he will take everything that they have, but then he will kill them. And they say at his home, 7 big vessels were filled with small pebbles. For what? Every time he will kill somebody, he will put 1 pebble in that. So you imagine 7 big vessels. Ranjan is big vessels. In the olden days what we used to have? 7 such big vessels filled with small pebbles. These many people he has killed. Imagine. And one day Naradji comes there. Many people have warned Naradji, don't go. There is a very dangerous dacoit. Naradji said, what will he do? To me, what will he do? I have nothing. What he wants to take. So when Naradji was going from there, he caught and he said, do you know who I am? Naradji said, I don't know who you are, but do you know who I am? He said, I am Ratnakar, I am dacoit, I am well known. Who are you? He said, I am Narad. Give me whatever you have. He says, I don't have anything. I don't have anything that will interest you. I have lots of other things, but that will not interest you. Then he said, what do you mean? He says, I have little knowledge, little bhakti, little vairagya. That I have. That I can give you. You want? Do you want that? And he gets little angry. Ratnakar gets irritated. Everybody, the moment they start seeing, they see Ratnakar, they used to get, frightened and they will start shivering, they will run away, etc. And this fellow is just standing there, still chanting Bhagavan's name, Narayana, Narayana, and he's not scared. Ratnakar says, are you not scared of me? He says, no, are you scared of me? He says, what do you mean? You don't know me. I will kill you in a flash. He says, that is okay. But for what you are killing me? Why are you doing all these things? He says, what do you mean, why are you doing that? I want money. I need to take care of my people. My family is there. Naradji said, okay, but there are many other ways of earning money and taking care of family. And that what you are doing is wrong. So you are getting papa, right? He said, yes. He said, now for your people, for your family, etc., you are doing wrong things. Just ask your family members, will they share your papa? Because for them you are doing, no? Just ask them. Transformation starts. He says, but if I go home, you will run away. He says, no problem, you tie me to the tree and then go. So he ties Naradji to the tree, goes home, asks everyone, I am doing wrong and I am getting lot of papa, but I am doing all for you. Will you take some share? He asks the son. Son says, nothing doing. It is your responsibility to take care of me. He goes and asks wife. Wife says, no. Wife is only half of punya comes to wife. Papa doesn't come to wife. Shastras are very clear about it. Papa does not come to wife. Then he goes to his old father. He says, at least you. He says, no, I will not take. Why? Because when I was in charge of the house, I did not do anything wrong to earn money. It is your, responsibility to take care of the house. You should have chosen the right path. Then his eyes open. He says, what is this? For them I was doing all these things and they are not even ready to do anything, not even taking my papa. He left the home. Came back to Naradji. Naradji said, what happened? He said, there is nobody. None of them are ready to take. Then suddenly it dawns that he has done so much of wrong. He asked Naradji, what should I do now? He says there is only one thing that will save you, that is chanting God's name. But he has done so much of papa that he can't even chant. God's name does not even come to mouth. Rama, Rama, it's not even coming. Narad says, do it opposite. Mara, 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 die, die, die. To do that. But look at that conviction. He sits there, Ratnakara sits there, keeps chanting God's name. Does not even get up, no food, nothing. No going back, no taking break, nothing. It is said after many months, many years, Narad is again going from that road and he suddenly hears Ram, Ram, Ram coming out of anthill. There is an anthill and inside the anthill there is sound is coming. He says, what is this now? So he goes and with a stick, he tries to clear that anthill little bit and he understands that there is a human being inside. So he clears everything and he sees that person, same Ratnakar whom he had told so much of time back, now he is sitting there. In Sanskrit, anthill is called as Valmika. Because he found him inside, he was named Valmiki. Such a transformation by chanting God's name. Please remember, it started always with satsang. It has to start with satsang. Without that, how will we know we have to chant God's name? But that satsang can come in any form. That's the point. Satsang can come in any form. In Narad Bhakti Sutra, it is said, satsanga amoghasya. It is very rare. It is great, but it is infallible. Once it happens, the impact will never go. At some point of time, we have met some Mahatma, that memory is still there with us. So many people we have met, all those things we have forgotten, but that memory is still with us. Ratnakara met Naradji, satsang happened and such a great transformation. He became so devoted to Bhagavan and so soft-hearted he became that one day he saw one crauncha bird being killed by a hunter. It is a natural thing. But looking at that crauncha pakshi, that viraha, one crauncha is there and another died. Looking at that, he became so emotional, so soft, that poetry came out of him. Before Valmiki ji, there was nobody who could compose poetry. There was nothing called as poetry. So you imagine, from a stone-hearted person who used to kill people for fun, he became so sensitive that a bird being killed by a hunter, he is not even involved. He could not see that. We know to become poet, your heart has to be very soft and very sensitive. Those who are very, what is there, they can never become poets. That poetry does not come. Something must have happened, something must have been there inside. And the moment he said that, Brahmaji appeared there and explained this, what you just now, they happened through you, that is called as poetry. Because nobody knows. And Brahmaji says, this is a very rare gift, you are the first person to get it. So now what you should do, you should use this to sing the glories of the Bhagavan. And therefore, Valmiki ji approaches Narad ji again, asks for guidance. And in one chapter, in 100 shlokas, Narad ji explains to Valmiki ji greatness of Sri Rama. And then he expands that 100 shlokas into 24,000 shlokas. And the first book, Adi Kavya, Valmiki Ramayana came. How this transformation happened? Bhagavan Shri Krishna says in Gita, Apichet suduracharaha. Apichet sudura. Sudurachari means what? A person who does wrong things efficiently. Sudurachari. Durachari means one who does wrong things. Sudurachari means one who is efficient in doing wrong things. Even such a person, bhajate mam ananya bhak. If he worships me once also with that ananya bhakti, sadhureva samantavya. He should be called as sadhu. Why? Samyak vyavasito hisa. Because he is soon going to become one. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Shashvat shantim prayachati. Kaunteha pratijani name bhaktah pranashyati. 9th chapter, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Soon he is going to attain that peace. Soon he is going to attain that knowledge. Please, Arjuna, pratijanihi. Announce to the entire world, my devotee shall never perish. Sudurachari also can become. We may be Durachari. We are not Sudurachari, you see. If Sudurachari can become, then we of course have, chance. That's why Ajamela Papi. You can't even say ignorance, Veji. I am not Durachari, but I am ignorant. Shukakarane Kuntani Ramavani. Other example given of Pingala also. Pingala was not Durachari or anything, but she didn't know. Because she is brought up in a different kind of environment, etc. She didn't know. Even she got satsanga. How? Through a parrot. Through a parrot she got satsanga and she started chanting name and she got transformed. Mukhe bolata khyati zali Purana, and she became so famous in the entire Puranas. Puranic literature, so many Puranas speak of her. Therefore, what? We must chant name. Now he gives third example. This third example is very, very interesting. See, two examples what he has done. Ajamela Papi, one who was a sinner. Another Pingala who was ignorant. Third example is of Prahlada. What is it saying? Let us see. Verse number 96. Mahabhakta Prahlada ha daitya kuli jape Ramanama vali nitya kali pita paparupi taya dekhavena jani daityato nama mukhe manena jai jai Raghuvira Samartha. He says third example is Mahabhakta Prahlada. This is great devotee named Prahlada. We all know the story of Prahlada. Daityakuli, he was born in a Daityakula, Daitya Vamsha, in the lineage of demons. He is the son of Hiranyakashipu, one of the worst demons ever. But Jape Ramanamavali Nityakali. But he is always chanting the name of Lord. Now here Ramanamavali is said, Narayana, Vishnu and Sri Rama is one only. That is why it is said like this. But how was his father? Pita Papa Rupi. Hiranyakashipu was full of sins. Taya Dekhavena, he could not tolerate Prahlada chanting God's name. He had his enmity towards Vishnu Bhagavan, no? Because Bhagavan Vishnu killed his elder brother, Hiranyaksha. That Hiranyaksha, because of, with Varaha Avatara, that happened. So he remembered that and he said, nobody in the my entire kingdom should chant Vishnu's name. And then what happened? Then there was one fight, and when that Devas and Asuras fight was happening, Naradji took Kayadu, his wife, when she was pregnant with Prahlada, he took his wife to ashrama, saying that why should she remain there in the fight? She is pregnant, she should get something good. So when she was in Naradji's ashrama, Naradji used to talk, about Bhagavan. Prahlada heard it from his womb, from his mother's womb. And that is how he got that love for Bhagavan. So when he was born with that love for Bhagavan. So he used to take Bhagavan's name, Vishnu Bhagavan's name. And Hiranyakashipu used to get so irritated. All the people are not doing it. They have stopped doing all the yajna, yagadi, karma, etc. All japa, tapa, everything is stopped. Why? Because they are afraid of me and my own son is doing this. So to set the example, he tried to kill Prahlada in so many ways. We have heard the story. He threw him from the mountain, put him into, boiling oil, tried to put him under the elephant, wild elephant. He even asked his sister to take this Prahlada to fire, because sister had that boon that fire cannot touch her. Holika. That also did not work. In all the ways that he tried to kill Prahlada did not even do anything. He didn't save himself or anything. He just kept chanting Bhagavan's name and Bhagavan kept on saving him. And then Prahlada started doing something interesting. He started gathering some of his friends and started telling everybody you should take God's name. And he started teaching, this is how you have to take. So I always joke, first Bal Vihar was conducted by Prahlada. He gathered all the children together and he started telling, why? Why should I just chant? Everybody should chant. Then Hiranyakashipu became more angry. And one day he called and he said, you take this Bhagavan's name all the time. Where is he? If he is so powerful, he comes to save you. Where is he? Prahlada calmly replied, he is everywhere. Everywhere. He started asking, is he here? Is he here? Is he here? Is he there in the pillar? Said, of course he is there in the pillar. Look at that faith. If we were in place of Prahlada, we would have gotten doubt and we would have started, covering up. That he is there in pillar doesn't mean he is actually there. He is there in Sukshma Rupa. He may not be seen. We would have covered up, all this. He said, no, he is there. In Srimad Bhagavad, when in Saptama Skanda, all this story of Prahlada comes, it is said that Bhagavan is waiting. Bhagavan knows that something is happening and I have to appear there, but Bhagavan knows from where I have to appear, because it depends on Hiranyakashipu. No? Wherever he is going to say that is he here, from there I have to appear. No, Bhagavan is ready. And he breaks the pillar and Bhagavan comes. And till that time, Bhagavan has become so angry because so many years Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlada and so many nonsense he did with Prahlada. Bhagavan is so angry and he appeared in the form of half lion and half man, Narasimha Rupa. Because of all other things, because he had asked for all those kind of boons Hiranyakashipu had asked. So he appeared there and he started killing. If you read that portion of Bhagavat, it's not for faint-hearted. Simple logic is, there too much of violence is there. He starts killing all the demons who are there in that sabha. He starts killing and not killing, destroying them. He will crush somebody's head and remove somebody's head from his body and play football with the heads. That's what he says. He's throwing the heads here and there, and then he takes this, Hiranyakashipu also takes him on the threshold, puts him on his thighs and he opens his stomach, opens his body, puts hand inside and takes out all the, all the things from inside, puts mala of that, and he's still angry. He doesn't know what to do, what else to do. What did Prahlada do? Prahlada just chanted Bhagavan's name. And Bhagavan took enmity with everyone. That portion is such a, really you understand what kind of devotion is. And it is said, Narasimha was, he was angry. Because of them, all of them doing so much to Prahlada, he was so angry. And everybody is dead now in that sabha. So he doesn't know now what to do. So it is said, he went and he sat on that throne where Hiranyakashipu used to sit. He sat there and he is breathing and so heavy and still eyes are so red. You must have seen, Narasimha Rupa is, already lion face is there, already it is dangerous. And so eyes are still red and nothing. So as though, scene is over or not over. Nobody knows now what is happening next. So these devatas, etc., they say that now somebody has to go and pacify him and say that, okay, job is done now, please go back. No, nobody is ready to approach. Everybody is afraid. Indra Bhagavan says, I am not going. He looks at Brahmaji. Brahmaji says, no, I gave vara to Hiranyakashipu and that's why Bhagavan did all. But what if he remembers all that? I am not going there. Then Brahmaji says, Mahalakshmi, you only go. You are his wife. Finally, you go. She says, no, this is not my husband. My husband is different only. Shantakaram, Bhujagasayanam. He's such a calm and quiet. He's, lying down on that. That is what is this? Brahmaji calls Prahlada only and says, Prahlada, you only go. Prahlada without any fear. For him, probably he is not even seeing that kind of Rupa of Bhagavan. When he looks at Bhagavan from his eyes, he still sees Karuna Samudra only. Not that dangerous and, fearful Rupa. So he calmly goes, prostrates, Sashtanga Namaskara he does, and he approaches. Looking at Prahlada, Bhagavan forgets all the anger. He starts crying. Tears in Prahlada's eyes also, tears in Bhagavan's eyes also, and he takes Prahlada and puts him, on the thigh. What kind of devotion is this? Where is Prahlada born? In a Daitya Vamsha. At least we are not born in Daitya Vamsha, no? If Prahlada can do it at such a young age, why can't we? And remember, it continued. Prahlada's grandson is Mahabali. So even that Mahabali had so much of reverence and respect for Bhagavan. That's why even after teaching lesson to Mahabali, Bhagavan Vishnu is protecting Mahabali. That is how it is. Mahabhakta Prahlada Daitya, he is born in that, but still he is always chanting Bhagavan's name. But interesting thing about this entire story is, Hiranyakashipu never transformed. He is also born in the Daitya Vamsha only, no? He never got transformed. Why? Because he never took God's name. He did not take God's name, therefore the transformation did not happen. Jani Daityato Nama Mukhe Manena. He is not taking Bhagavan's name. Therefore, he remained Papa Rupi only. So now the choice is with us. We want to become like Hiranyakashipu or we want to become like Prahlada. That's the thing. Right? You will see, in all these great bhaktas' life, no, you will see Naradji doing some trick everywhere. Generally, when we look at Naradji, because of all the TV serials, etc., what we have seen, we always think that Naradji, Kali lave Narad. He is always creating some kind of mischief, and he will make some people fight. He will go there and tell about this person. He will go here and tell about that. This is how he is shown. But actually, Naradji is not like that if you read the Puranas and Itihasa, etc. Naradji is the greatest missionary, the first missionary. He starts converting people, to become a devotee. And for him, he sees everybody as same. So even Kamsa, he is trying hard to make him great devotee of Bhagavan. Therefore, he gives him Vidvesha Bhakti. But it works. It works for Kamsa. So Naradji you will see Ratnakara story also Naradji coming in. Here also, even when Prahlada is in Kayadu's womb, that time itself Naradji has given him Upadesha. You will see Naradji coming and giving Upadesha to Dhruva also. When Dhruva is going, leaving his palace, etc., he is going to forest, he appears there, Naradji, and tells him what to do. Right? Small 5-year-old boy, Dhruva. So, what I mean to say is, you will see Naradji there in and through everybody. Why? Because that is his life's mission, to convert everyone to become a devotee. And that's what he keeps doing. Alright. So, now the onus is on us. And Samarth Ramdas Swami says, if you don't still chant God's name, you will not get mukti. Next verse number 97. Mukhi namanahi taya mukti kaichi ahanta gune yatana te phukachi pudhe antaye lato dainyavana mhanoni mhanare mhana devarana jai jai Raghuvira Samartha. What a beautiful thing. He says, Mukhi namanahi taya mukti kaichi. One who doesn't chant God's name, how will he get liberation? How will he get Chitta Shuddhi or Chitta Ekagrata? How is he going to get Atmajnana? How is he going to get Mukti? If this is not happening, that is not happening. There are many people who think that what is this chanting God's name, etc. We should study and Saksha, Vedanta, and what difficult text. Vedji, now please do not teach us, this simple text. Hey, Viveka Chudamani and Bhagavad Gita, etc. That is for juniors. Teach us, tough text. Khandana Khanda Khadya, Advaita Siddhi, or tough text. You may study as many texts as you want. You may become master of it also. You may start teaching also. But the inner transformation will not happen unless sadhana is there. Without that sadhana, study of Vedanta will be like study of any other subject. You study mathematics. So, you get knowledge of mathematics. That's it. Your life does not change. In the same way, you will study Vedanta but not do sadhana. Then for many years you may study Vedanta but transformation will not happen. And that's why many people, they say, oh, my father is going to Chinmaya Mission class for so many years, nothing bad, no change has happened. He's still getting angry. I always say that is okay, but at least he has not become worse. That is the success of study group. At least he has not thrown you out of your home. That is a success. But if you really think that inner transformation will happen when we start doing sadhana, I am not saying don't study Vedanta. That's not the point. If you have love for it, you study that. That's also another sadhana only. But unless you do japa sadhana and such kind of things to purify yourself, all the other mastery over scriptures, etc., then will not have any impact. It will be like a donkey carrying gold, has no value of that gold. It will be like that. We will remain donkey, but we will know all the heavy texts of Vedanta. It will be burden. That's why Gurudev, that famous anecdote is there. Somebody went to Gurudev and said that, I have studied your Gita, I have gone through your book 18 times. And he took the book to get signed. And Gurudev signed by saying, you have gone through Gita 18 times, let Gita go through you once. You may study Bhagavad Gita and become master and do this. Let it go through you once. Let it transform you once. Dhaneshwar Maharaj says, Ekatari ovi anubhavavi. He says, we may keep studying so many shlokas and so many texts. He says, one line of one shloka you experience. He says, that is more than study of thousands of texts. And how will that experience come? Only by sadhana. And that's why our Gurudev was so great. He always emphasized on sadhana. Even when he created institutions where Vedanta is taught, that Vedanta institution is called as sadhanalaya. It's a very interesting thing if you notice. Sandipani sadhanalaya. Why it should be sadhanalaya? We are teaching Vedanta there, we are studying Vedanta there, it should be swadhyayalaya. But why sadhanalaya? He said, you are not coming here just to study. You are coming here to transform yourself. Camps, etc., which used to happen, which even now happen, they are called as sadhana shibira. Though there will be a text that you will be studying, but that is there, that is one kind of sadhana only. You are not studying text to study the text. You are studying the text so that you can experience that highest reality. And it will happen only when sadhana happens. Therefore, it is said, Mukhi namanahi taya mukti kaichi. Ahanta gune. It will only increase your ahankara. I know this also, and I know that also, and I know even Vedanta also. Vyakarana Pandita and Darshana Pandita, and now Vedanta Acharya also. I am so great. It will only increase this ahanta. When you start taking God's name, you become humble. Why? Because you understand whatever knowledge I have is His only. Whatever eloquence I have is His only. It is all coming through parampara. They are only speaking. I am not speaking. From where? How can I take credit of something which is not mine? If we don't chant Bhagwan's name, then ahanta gune, ahanta will multiply. Yatana te pukachi, and how will it end? It will only end in yatana. Yatana is suffering. Don't you believe? He says, Pudhe antayeila to dainyavana. You see how these people will have their end. Those people who lived their life in such a pride and ego, etc. And I don't do. You see how they end. How Hiranyakashipu died. At one point of time, he was the king of the entire universe. All the worlds, he was the king. How Ravana died. Imagine. Terrible end. If we also live in that kind of pride and don't take Bhagwan's name, our end also will be no different. At that time, you can't cry and say, oh, I should have done this long back. Long back, people were telling you did not do. Don't say I should have been introduced to Vedanta long back. Vedanta was introduced to you. Sadhana was introduced to you long back in your childhood only. That's why I say those who are born in India, those who are from Indian families can never give this excuse. Sadhana is very much part of our culture. So is of in many other cultures also. I am not just saying in India. I am saying, but India, you cannot give that as an excuse. In every village, there are Mahatmas. In every village, there are temples, utsavas and sadhanas, etc. How can we say that it was not given to me? It was always given, I didn't pay attention. Even now, if we don't pay attention, pude anta yeilato dainyavana. Your end time will be dainyavana. Dainyavana means what? Extremely bad. He can't even explain what kind of end you will have. Manoni, therefore, manare mana devarana. Take God's name. This is called urging. Samarth Ramdas Swami is literally pleading to his mind and to us also through his mind. What that Nama cannot do. Next verse, verse 98. Hari Nama Nemasta Pashanatari Bahu Tarile Manavi Dehadhari Taya Ramanami Sadajo Vikalpi Vadena Kada Jivato Paparupi. Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. He says, Hari Nama Nemasta Pashanatari. He says, power of Ramanama is so much that it could even float the stones. Isn't it? Don't we know the story? Even today that bridge is still there. Under the bridge, water. Over the bridge, water. But the bridge is still standing. How? How that bridge is still there? How it was made? They just wrote Sri Rama and put the stone and it could not get drowned. Even today, if you go there, no, Rameshwaram and near Rameshwaram, the Dhanushkodi, etc., some stones you will still find there whom they will show that if you put it in water, they will not go down. These are the remainings of those stones. Even today, they don't go, they do not get drowned. There is one very interesting story. When that Nala was building the bridge, etc., and this whole thing, no, all the Vanaras, etc., were putting that. And we all have heard the story of that squirrel, going there and putting whatever she can do. Not that story I am not telling. This is a Kalpanika story. This somebody has imagined. He said Sri Rama was looking at all these things and he said, how is it happening? My name is there, and so he said, let me also try. Let me also try myself. If my name has got this much impact, let me also try. So he took one stone and he put it in water and that stone got drowned. And Bhagavan said, what is this? My name is written on the stone, that stone is not getting drowned. So I am directly putting. How can that stone get drowned? So Hanumanji was there. Hanumanji said, Bhagavan, please do not feel bad. It is not that you have less power or that your name has more power. No, you both are powerful. But actually the point is, whom you leave cannot be saved. He says, you have given up the stone, that stone cannot be saved. He says, that's why it is getting drowned. So Bhagavan, please do not leave any one of us. See what a beautiful thing. But the power of name is what? Harinama Nemasta Pashanatari. But Samarth Ramdas Swami says that is not a miracle. Harinama Nemasta Pashanatari, it may do that. Bahu Tarile Manavi Dehadhari. That Harinama can save humans. Manavi Dehadhari. Human beings also it saves. That is a greatness. A stone it saves is okay. He says, what is a big deal? He says, human beings also it saves. When you start chanting God's name, you are also saved. They speak of generally ocean of samsara or samsara nadi, etc. And you don't get drowned in it. Why? Because you are chanting God's name. Taya Ramanami Sadajo Vikalpi. Now a person who keeps on doubting, about the greatness of this Ramanama, Vadena Kada, and therefore does not chant it, Jivato Paparupi. He says such a person is a Paparupi. He is an embodiment of Papa, sins. Why? Because not to remember God is the greatest sin. That's why Tukaramji Maharaj, he has written so many abhangas, over maybe around 4,000 or something abhangas he has written. And in Varkari Sampradaya there is a pratha that after whatever abhangas you chant, after you do the kirtana etc., they always end with one abhanga of Tukaram Maharaj. And Tukaram Maharaj there he says, Bhagwan, I have sung your glories, I have said so many things, but please I have only one request. Hechi dana dega deva tuja visarana bhava. Oh Bhagwan, please give me one blessing that I should never forget you. Guna gaina avadi hechi maji sarvaja. I will keep on chanting and singing God's glory, your glory. That is what I have. But Bhagwan, you please do one thing, that I should not forget you. Tukaram Maharaj says, even that capacity I do not have, that I will always want to remember you. You please take care that I don't forget you. Why? Because Bhagavat Vismarana is the greatest papa. Right? Therefore, without giving up on any negativity that we have, with determination we have to keep chanting Bhagwan's name. Otherwise, how Papa will enter our mind and how we will do wrong things, we will not even understand. Mind is so cunning. Don't give that chance. Next verse, he says, Jagi dhanya varanasi punya rashi taye majyata gati purvajasi mukhe ramanama vali nitya kali jiva hita sange sada chandramauli. Jai Jai Raghuvira Samartha. In this 99th verse, Samarth Ramdas Swami says, in our tradition it is believed that Varanasi, Kashi, the place which is there, Jagidhanya, is the greatest city and it is very, very popular. Why? Punya Rashi, because that city is called as city of Punya. Means what? Anybody who goes there, Taye Maje Ata Gati Purvajasi. He says, if you visit that place, all your ancestors also will be saved. That's the greatness of Kashi. Not just today, even at that time it was, and it always been. Kashi, they say Varanasi, Kashi or Banaras, all these are different names of the same place. They say that place is called as Moksha Nagari. Why Moksha Nagari it is called? They say if somebody gives up their life in Kashi, they get moksha. How? Because Bhagwan Shivji, who is the protector of that Kashi, Kashi Vishwanatha, he himself comes and tells one secret in their ears when they are about to die. Therefore, many people go there to Kashi only to die. And you must have seen in that, if you have gone there, Manikarnika Ghat is there, just next to the temple on the Gangaji Tira, that it is always, some body is burning. Continuously bodies are burning there. Whenever you go. He says that great place where people even go and they want to give up their life, and that is not the only time that people used to go there. Kashi was a hub of entire Indian culture and civilization. Right? All the Panditas came from Kashi. The continuous study used to happen in Kashi. Even now, the Panditas there are, of great value, great intelligence. He says there, what is it that Jiva Hita Sange Sada Chandramauli? That Shivji is telling some secret to those Jivas, no? What is he telling? Mukhe Ramanama Vai Nityakali. He says the secret that he is telling, because of which those people are getting moksha, is to chant God's name, Sri Rama's name always. This is the secret he is telling. And therefore, we should always chant. See, the point is not that, okay, now Vedji has said, so let us now start packing bags and let us go to Kashi and we will stay there till I die. The place where we start doing sadhana, that place itself is Kashi. Yes, physically also there is a place. Yes, but that is only physical place. Where we start doing this sadhana, that place becomes Kashi. Kashyate prakashate iti Kashi. Kashi is that which shines. Very powerful. So, he says, even there, Bhagavan Shivji is giving what secret to all the jivas? The secret is to chant God's name. So, that secret I have given you for free, without going to Kashi. That's what Samarth Ramdas Swami is telling. And I have directly told you, the secret. Now you start doing. That's what he says. Now, last verse number 100 for today, last verse, he says, we are such that nothing we can do properly. That's what he says. Yatha sangare karmate hi ghadena, ghade dharmate punya gathi padena, daya pahata sarva bhuti asena, phukache mukhi namate hi vasena. Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. He says, even after all these things, how are we? He says, Yatha Sangare Karma Tehi Ghadena. We can't do any action properly, Yatha Sanga, as prescribed. You take up some, tapas, vrata, you take some yajna, yaga, puja, etc. Any action you take up, we can't even do that perfectly. Perfection in action, it does not come. Ghade dharma, if we do something good, punya gathi padena, punya does not come. Why? Because we do some mistake because of which punya does not come. Even if we do good things, either we are not happy with the result or we, what do you call, we impure it by giving wrong intention, by thinking about the result, by becoming selfish, etc. Then even if good action is done, punya does not come. Daya pahata sarva bhuti asena. We can't even look at all people with compassion. That though does not, that for that you don't have to do any action, but that also does not happen. There will be somebody whom will say, no, my enemy only. All other people are okay, but this fellow, no, I tell you. Daya pahata sarva bhuti asena. He says what to talk. Phukache mukhi namate hi vasena. Even this Rama Nama, which is free of cost, even that does not stay on our mouth. On our tongue, even that Rama Nama does not stay. So, he is telling the negative side in what sense? That you may not be able to do karma properly with perfection, you may not be able to get all the punyas, you may not look at all people with compassion, because that may not happen, but at least Ramanama you can do, no? You start doing that, then all the previous three things will happen. You will start to get compassion for everyone, perfection in action will come, punya will come, everything will come. At least do that, which is minimum, so that all other things will automatically happen. Alright, that is what is the real essential meaning of this verse. He is not a pessimistic person who says that, his charitra now. He is an inspiring person. He doesn't say, oh, you can't do anything. No, not like that. For some people that also works. That is another inspiration for some people. When you tell them you can't do, they will get, oh, you said I can't do, I will show you. So you can take it like that also. Samarth Ramdas Swami is telling you, you can't do anything. And then you get and you show it to Samarth Ramdas Swami that you can do it. If you are that kind of person, do, no problem. The point is, at least Bhagavan's name, that is something that we can all chant at all times, doesn't cost anything, doesn't require any, no other rules are there, just chant. Alright, so let us now chant Bhagavan's name and we will conclude. Jai Jai Ram Krishna Hari, 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 Jai Jai Ram कृष्ण हरि जय जय राम, 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 जय जय राम, जय जय राम, कृष्ण हरि। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, राधावर कृष्णचंद्र की जय, पंढरीनाथ महाराज की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।